Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mushrooms.
Discuss podcast. I'm Mars, and this is
Jay, awesome.
Let's Go.
Welcome to the second episode.
Yes. And for anyone that's curious, I said Mars and not Emmett this time. I use both, so
Yeah.
whichever one works for you. Just thought I'd put that out there because it's also on our art, in case you're
Yes.
confused.
Nice. Awesome.
Yes.
Another clarification. If you hear a lot of noise, I play with my feet and I might bang my feet on my desk sometimes.
Playing
So,
footsie with yourself.
yeah. Oh my god, I remember in I think it was like the freshman, maybe middle school, I was playing footsie with someone in science class.
Oh my God. I did that in fucking language arts class. I
Oh,
had the fattest crush on this guy, and we played footsie under the table, and I was like, ooh, does that mean something? It obviously didn't, but I was like, it definitely does.
oh yeah, for sure. Back then it did.
Yeah, I'm gonna, just so I don't fucking dox him, it was,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Do you know who mine was?
uh, I'm gonna guess in the dark, and it's gonna be wrong.
No.
Oh, wait, no.
Did you see what I texted?
Oh, hold on. Gross, I forgot. I fucking forgot. You have the weirdest taste in people sometimes, dude. It's like every other five, it's like, and then there's like the one that I'm like, okay. But it's like, God, why? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Dude, no.
It happens.
Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, we were surrounded by a lot of shitty people, so there wasn't a lot of options either.
Welcome to going to school with you know,
Hillbillies.
hillbillies, Republicans, Confederates.
Yeah, I
Um
dated someone who wore a Confederate flag hat every day. If anyone was wondering. Yes, I dated a white supremacist. No, I didn't know at the time. I was 14 and also racist. So,
I mean, when you go to such a school like that, there's no options.
yeah,
You're,
you're also just raised racist if you've lived there long enough.
yeah.
Unless you have like somewhat decent parents, and it's like crazy. Why do you live there if you're like decent people?
Oh, I'm so happy that we were able to make our own little friend group in that school. Oh,
Yeah, we had like, so we had like the main one, and then it started like breaking off into like subsections.
yeah. Um,
Just so wild.
so here's a little lore. In
Ooh.
sixth grade, I think it was,
Mhm.
we had an Oron High School host club group.
No. Oh my God, I still have my cosplay of it.
Um,
In my
I
closet.
was Kyoya.
I was oh fuck, what was his name?
Uh,
No, Maury. I was Maury,
yeah.
which, crazy, honestly. I was the tallest one as the shortest one. Thanks.
Ugh, and oh, that group is so weird. Like you
Yeah.
had Renge as you know who.
No. Yeah. That was weird also because he had a thing for you.
Yeah, it was really awkward,
Also, the girl that I later fell in love with,
right?
who was my best friend at the time, was also Honey. So we were like
The
we were
duo.
we were cousins in canon. And I was like, well, we're out here, like it's fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
every time I get school flashbacks, it's just like war.
it does feel like war flashbacks, honestly. I got plenty of PTSD from school.
God. Oh, okay. Other than depressing school topics.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I had my news.
Yeah.
So last time we were talking about something, couldn't tell you, and we took a little detour, and I
Uh-huh.
told you that I quit my job.
Yes.
I got a new job.
Where at?
It's at a glasses place,
Oh, okay.
um, near where I live,
Uh-huh.
and it's very exciting. Everyone is very nice. I had
Ooh.
2 interviews with the manager and the assistant manager, and they're both very sweet.
Oh my
And
God.
I was talking to the girl who had just been hired before me like 2 months ago,
Uh-huh.
and she's incredibly nice.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, and we were like joking around and talking, and like she's very sweet. And, like the other guy that works there all the time, he's also very nice.
Oh, that's so great. Are
I'm
you, is it
excited.
like front office or are you taking people back or?
It's like I'm gonna be like helping them like pick out like glasses
Oh,
frames and like maybe like learning how to like do like the little minor fixes and stuff and like ringing them up for that mostly.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, and I dress business casual.
Wow. That seems like a calming job.
Yeah, they have like some pretty good music that plays there. It's not like really just shitty top 40s constantly, which is nice. And
Nice.
it's not like really hectic. Like like a decent amount of people go in there at a time, but like there's enough people around me that I can be like, help, and they'll like come over and help
Yeah,
me and stuff. So
that's great. Awesome.
yeah, excited.
Do you get discounts?
I don't know. I get commission though when I sell glasses.
Ooh.
So I get like X amount of dollars if I sell it, and if we meet goal, um, throughout the week, we get extra.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's an awesome job.
Yes. I told my therapist, and she was like, "This is the only job you've ever told me that you gotten that I think you would actually like." I was like, well, "Shit." I'm glad I got it then, huh?
It's hard finding jobs that you enjoy.
Yeah, because it was that, and then I had applied to like a couple things at like the mall and stuff, and like those are like pretty like basic retail, which I wouldn't, I don't know. I'd probably not like it that much, but like a job's a job.
Yeah,
And clothing retail is always going to be easier for me than like food retail.
yeah, for sure.
Um, Especially anything like fast food related. I'd probably unalive somebody. Uh, I'd fucking like lose it. I would, yeah. I'd quit after like a day probably just out of pure like anxiety.
Oh my God. Yeah, lore time. I worked at Starbucks. Oh
Oh,
God. Oh. So the thing about Starbucks, at least in my experience, is that so I got hired in Starbucks in a Target, and their rules don't make sense, and it's just unprofessional of how they train, I guess. It's not like, I don't know, it's
mm,
weird. So I got trained, I mean, what? I got hired as part time. They wanted me to work 42 hours a week for a whole month to get a Starbucks certificate.
that's more than full time.
Yeah, and then they also wanted me to work in the Target section, and I was like, I did not get hired for that. I got hired for Starbucks, not Target.
Yeah.
So I quit.
Yeah, fair enough. They hired you under like false pretenses at that point, just to like, I don't know, try and manipulate you into doing something else.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate that so much. I'm glad I never got hired at Target because I definitely did apply. And I was like, oh, that might be nice, they're trans friendly, everyone seems really nice, but then I'm like, oh, I don't want to
Target,
just like, yeah,
it's like, it's okay. So the hiring process, it's actually a cult. Like,
it's
you
weird.
you get toward like the whole back of it, the ins and out, and then they sit you down and you have to watch a 20-minute video about how I'm trying to think of the word they use that every workplace uses.
Like, does it have team in it?
Yeah, basically just how to be a team and stuff. And the HR was staring at me the whole time while we were watching it. And then we
Ew.
finished watching it, and then she was like, okay, can you tell me 5 things you learned from that video? And I'm just
What the
making up like bullshit answers. I'm like, being a team is very important. And it's like, don't put me on the
hell?
spot. I'm gonna forget
That's
everything.
yeah, that's so fucking weird, dude.
Oh,
It's like a one-person school, and they're like grilling you about it.
oh, the mosquito.
Oh, get it.
Oh my god, I don't even. Where'd it go? Ew, ew. I'm so scared
Get
right
it.
now.
You
Sorry,
got
listeners.
it.
There's a mosquito in my room. It bit my
You got
nail.
it. Get it.
God, I don't even know where it went. Okay.
No.
I felt my knee itching, and I was like, oh, great.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yucky.
Anyways, yeah, so Target is a cult, confirmed.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's a lot of those kinds of jobs, like Walmart, Target, that kind of shit, where they like make you get there at like fucking 6 a.m. and you have to stand in a circle and be like, oh, we love Target, we love Walmart, we love Target, we
Yeah.
love Walmart. Like those shitty videos of like the Walmart employees that have to sit there and listen to their managers sing about Walmart
No,
at like 5 in
literally.
the morning.
Yeah.
Like,
I,
oh, it's horrendous.
every morning when I was opening for Starbucks, I would have to show my ID to get in, which was kind of weird. I don't know if that's normal for jobs.
I guess it depends on the place.
But like if I forget my ID, I wouldn't be allowed in. So,
Uh,
uh
that's a lot. You figured they'd like recognize you or something after a bit.
yeah, I don't even know.
Mm,
God. And like
gross.
I'd be standing working and I'd see someone come in into Target and they would leave like 6 hours later. It's a time loop.
Dude, I do that when I go into Target. I go in, I get my prescription, I wander around for too long, and then by the time I leave, I'm like, I didn't even fucking get anything. What the hell was I doing? It's off. I get stuck in the electronics and toys section.
Honestly, yeah, same. The Minecraft section is my home.
Oh my God, yeah. And they have like the little like collectible thingies, like the mystery things.
Yes.
I keep getting Hunter x Hunter ones because we've been
Oh,
watching it. So every once in a while I'll go in and be like, oh, do they have one? Because I'm
it's
trying to get the ones, the characters I like.
is that a good anime?
It's honestly pretty good. It's
Oh.
like, for me, it was a little slow in the beginning, but it picked up for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then it definitely depends though, because there's it's not really spoilers, but like there's a character that's just straight up a pedophile.
Oh, that's weird.
So yeah. So if you like don't want to like deal with that, then I wouldn't watch it. Um, but yeah, one of the characters is a 30-year-old who's really and he literally explicitly says in the show, sexually attracted to someone who is I think 12.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he's straight up a pedophile. Um, and someone had come into my roommate's work and was wearing a shirt with him on it. And my
No.
friend was like, "Oh my gosh, you've been watching Hunter x Hunter?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, but I'm only on season 1, so don't tell me." And they were like, "Don't worry, we're not that far ahead, but like, good luck." And I was like, "Oh no," because they sell that shirt of him at Hot Topic, and I'm like,
Oh, that's odd.
ugh, because he's like kind of a main character, like in the plot, so you can't really like get away from him.
Mm-hmm.
And his like whole like plot line is like, gotta love that 12-year-old. And it's like,
Oh,
well, let's maybe not do that because it's fucking gross, actually.
that's like that's like some Boku no Pico stuff.
Dude, literally, oh my God, I hate when people say it now because I'm like, oh no, but they're children.
Oh, that's
But
bad.
yeah, yeah, I try to ignore it. Um, Otherwise, the show's great. It's so good otherwise.
I have a hard time finding good animes. The last really good anime I watched, I think, is Devilman Crybaby.
Mm.
Oh, so good.
You might sit down and watch that because I know that you
Ooh.
like it a lot, and I've heard that it's good from other people too. So I'm like, fuck, fine. We might as well sit down and watch it at some point.
The beginning is a little weird, not gonna
Yeah,
lie. It'll
I
put you
stopped
off.
at the first episode. I was watching it and I was like, this is overstimulating. I don't know what's happening. I can't watch this anymore.
Yeah, it gets better.
Yeah, I assume it does if you like it enough, but I'm like, that was a lot. What the fuck, bitch?
Yeah,
Uh,
the first time I watched it, I was like, am I gonna continue this?
yeah, it's a lot after the first episode, but the animation is cool. I do like the
It's so good.
animation.
Yeah.
That and Demon Slayer's animation is
Oh,
fucking fire. It's
yeah.
so good.
Demon
I've
Slayer is a
been,
very good anime.
yeah, we started that a little bit ago. But that I think it's only one season or two seasons now, but we were just going more with Hunter x Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a couple other animes that I want to watch and finish because I
Mm-hmm.
haven't finished Soul Eater. I've been trying to finish that since eighth grade, but I'm always anxious someone's gonna die, so I stopped watching it. So now we're gonna actually finish it together. And then I'm gonna make them watch Vinland Saga,
Oh
which
my
is
god,
just
Vineyard,
like
that's so good.
it's so fucking good. Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
god.
Dude, it's the most, it's so stupid because they're Vikings and it's so
But
just
it's
like,
so good. And it's
yes, I've never
accurate.
watched, literally, I've never watched like a historical anime that I'm like, this is actually good and not weird.
Yeah.
Only other historical anime that I can think of is fucking Black Butler. And that's also just weird pedophilic shit.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. It's like,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm so happy that. Okay, here's my take on anime, okay? I don't like anime that just over sexualize women. It's just like not my favorite. I
yeah,
can't watch it. I just get annoyed and it's not fun for me.
yeah.
And Vinland Saga doesn't have that. It's so good.
Dude, yeah. The fucking, oh my God. Like, I don't know. It's kind of spoilers, so I guess I won't say it.
I
But the
mean,
sister,
I
holy
can
shit.
skip to a certain time.
Yeah.
Like,
Ah, okay.
which is
There's your there's your cut. That's where you
oh,
cut. There's your cut for when you're editing.
it sounded like you just got attacked.
I was trying to clap, but you couldn't hear it because of the noise gate or whatever. So I was like, I'll just scream into the mic. That's fine. So I cup my hands around my little headset mic.
Skip to this time if you want to not hear spoilers.
Yeah.
So I'll do that because I want to talk about this.
Okay.
So in Vinland Saga, I can't remember anyone's names, so bear with
Uh-huh.
me. So you have the boy who has rage because that one guy
Yep.
killed his dad.
Yes.
Um, did that one guy did he die?
Yes.
Okay,
But it was incredibly unsatisfying for him.
yeah,
Um, his name is Thorfinn.
yeah,
It was extremely unsatisfying for Thorfinn, because he didn't get to kill him.
yeah. Oh my god.
I don't remember who killed him. I'm gonna rewatch this anyway, um, before the second season comes out.
Right.
Because the manga so far ahead right now. Um,
Oh,
it's been going on for years.
right.
Um, but yeah, he was like helping him, obviously, so he could like get the chance to duel him and like
Yeah.
righteously kill him for his dad. And then somebody killed him, and he was like dying. And the guy was like, "If you want it, you got to kill me now, or else this is it, and you have to figure your shit out."
Was it the
And
big strong guy? The really big guy who
I
killed
don't
him? I
think
can't
so.
remember.
Uh, His name is Thor something. They're all named Thor something. Um, but oh yeah, and then the shitty guy's name is Askeladd.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to Google it on my computer, but then you'll hear my Shit, so hold on. But the big guy was like helping him out at the end, I think. I think the king was gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my god, wait, I forgot about him. Wow. Yeah.
that suck names. Characters. Thorkel is the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Canute, Askeladd. Hold on. No, wait. Who's Canute?
Canute? That sounds really familiar.
I know
Was
Bjorn
that the
is the
prince's uh buddy? Who was like helping him when he was a kid? Canute?
maybe.
Like the balding guy, you know?
Yeah. I think so. Thorkel is the huge one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Canute is the prince,
Oh. Okay.
and then um, Thorfinn, Askeladd, uh, Thorkel is the big one. Yeah, I mean those are all the names you really need. But I think at the end he like the king kills him or has someone kill him, and he's like dying on the floor or whatever, and
Yeah.
it like he's just kind of like panicking because he's like, you can't die right now because I have to kill you and it has to be a fair fight.
Right. Yeah.
And he's like, if you don't kill me, like finish me off, that's it. And I'm dead. And I don't give a shit. So
Yeah.
figure your shit out. You don't have a lot of time. I literally am not trying to live right now. And then he
Yes, I
dies.
remember this all. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah. And then he dies. And then Thorfinn's just like,
Screaming. He's going.
yeah, he just freaks the fuck out. And he's like, well, shit. Like what? What am I supposed to do now? And I'm very
Yeah.
interested to see where that goes because he's not like getting revenge for his dad anymore. So does he go
Yeah.
home? Does his mom and sister see him and be like, holy shit, what the fuck's wrong with you? You're like 15 barely. Like, you're like you're still a child and you look like a fucking like a crazy person. You
Yeah.
look like you've aged 30 years and you've killed more people than we've seen. What's wrong with you? You know?
Yeah. Oh, so good. Oh my god.
It's very good.
Totally forgot that I watched that as well. I'm glad you brought it up, or I wouldn't have just remembered.
I wish you'd told me you watched it. I was so
When did you watch it?
um like 2021 maybe. I watched it in a watch along thing with YouTubers that I follow and
Oh, nice.
or like they uploaded their stream for the VOD. So I
Mm-hmm.
just synced up my Amazon Prime with it because that's what they were doing anyway.
Nice.
Um Yeah, and then I watched it that way because I was like, ooh, that sounds interesting. I can never get through anime by myself, so I might as well see if this works. And
Yeah.
it fucking did, and I
That's
was like,
awesome.
hell yeah. Yeah, it was nice that way.
What other animes are you wanting to watch?
Um, we need to get through Demon Slayer.
Ooh.
Um, Catching up with Hunter x Hunter is such a pain in the ass though, because more seasons are coming out soon. So we're like, fuck, because there's already like six, and we're on like three, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I think the chunkiest season is five. So we just have to like barrel through that 60 episode
Oh my
season or
god.
something. Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare. And then getting through Soul Eater, which is stupid because they took it off Netflix.
Oh.
So now I have to find somewhere to watch it, which is so stupid. And there's like four seasons of that. Um, I've been thinking about watching Baki.
I haven't
I don't
heard
know
of
if you've
that.
seen. It's on Netflix. It's like I don't know the plot. I just started watching the first episode, and the first episode was interesting. Um, it's essentially just like this kid, he's like in high school and he's like very like strong And this guy comes to the high school and is like talking to him. And he's like a delinquent or whatever, so he's kind of just like very laid back, like I'm not gonna address you as like the proper things that I should or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's like talking to him and like telling him about this like anomaly that's happening like at the moment. And it's I think like five or six different extremely like the most dangerous of their country like inmates are on death row and they're about to be executed at the same time.
Whoa.
And they all escape.
Oh. Oh my.
And he's like, and you're the only one that can beat them in a fight. Because they can't die. Because like one of them, he like gets hanged. He doesn't die. He like knows how to like do something um to like make it so it just looks like he died, like and slows like heart rate and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time they lower him, they like check his heartbeat and they're like, okay, we're pretty sure he's dead. And like the doctor comes and like double checks and then he kills them all and leaves.
Whoa.
And like they put someone in an electric chair. Doesn't fucking work. Like they like amp it up. It
Mm-hmm.
does not work. It's like all that kind of shit. And it's like five or six guys and every time they because they all left a note and it's like going to like I want to be beaten, like beat me, kill me, something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Um and I think it's essentially just like this guy who like needs to train up, get powerful, and then like beat all these guys and like win and like save whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because I like fighting anime in that sense. Like it's fun watching like cool fights with like nice animation and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've always enjoyed watching like Naruto fight scenes because I
Yeah.
got through like some of the beginning of that and I do like it a lot. There's just a lot of fluff episodes I have to get through.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what I've been thinking about watching after we get through some of the other ones that we're looking at.
Nice. Nice.
Yes. Is there any anime that you want to watch?
Um, I don't think at the moment. No, kind of in a rut on what to
Mm,
watch. We've been
that's fair.
we've been trying to find new like psychological thriller movies though.
Ooh.
Um, and then we took a detour and watched all of Star Wars movies. Never watched them before, so that was a interesting
Mm,
experience.
nice.
Have you seen them all?
Yes.
Okay, I have a thing to say.
Okay.
And Star Wars fans, please do not come at me. Um, so doesn't Disney take over Star Wars around movie 7?
Uh, yeah, yes. I think so.
Like, okay, so you have one, two, three, four, five, six. I think 6 is part of
Like,
what I'm talking about.
yeah, there's like they come out in trios, so I
Yeah,
think it was the first six.
I
When
watched it in like
Disney.
the release date order. I know there's like different orders to watch it in. There's like 5 different orders.
Yeah.
Um, but anyways, I feel like Disney made it more towards teenagers in a sense. It
Uh,
felt very, I don't know the word, teenager esque compared to the older movies.
yeah, like it kind of like kids it down a little
Yeah,
bit.
a tiny bit, yeah. But dang, it was a good movie.
Because they bought Star Wars in 2012.
Uh huh.
I'm trying to figure out which one they put out first, but it won't fucking tell me. Because when I look up what was the first Star Wars movie by Disney, it tells me the first Star Wars movie just because they own Star
Oh,
Wars.
maybe look up when did Disney buy Star Wars.
And it just tells me 2012.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna assume 7 through 9 because I felt like the last 3 movies were
Yeah.
Disney kind of.
I mean, I think like the newest one I haven't seen. Um, but I've seen like the newer ones for sure.
Yeah.
The only things I haven't seen Star Wars wise is like Rogue One because I started it and immediately got bored, so I just kept
Yeah.
going in order of the movies. because I was just like binging all the movies at the same time. I think I finished them all within like 2 or 3 days.
Nice, nice.
Um, and I was like, I had like a list of like what to watch. Um, of like which one, not like chronological order, but like which ones came out when.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I had just gotten Disney Plus, and I started Rogue One in like that order or whatever. Immediately got bored, skipped it. I watched all the other ones that were on there, and then I've watched some of The Mandalorian. It's honestly pretty good. It's not that
Oh,
bad.
okay.
Um, I think I watched Solo, um, like the upbringing of like Han Solo
Oh,
and Chewie and stuff, which is a pretty decent movie. I'm also very easy to please. So if there's anyone who's like a hardcore Star Wars fan who like hates these things, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not a hardcore Star Wars fan. So I'm incredibly easy to please with some shit. So
mm-hmm.
like I wouldn't worry about it too much. But yeah, there's like some of them that I really just couldn't get through because I got so fucking bored. And it's also
Yeah.
very just like I know that Disney really fucked up like the animated Star Wars stuff. Like I think they just like said that like a from this one to this one doesn't count as canon anymore.
Oh, I mean, I could see it.
And just like completely like erased like a chunk of animated media of Star Wars and just almost like started over in some of this stuff,
Yeah. I
which is like that's kind of crazy that you would just do that.
yeah, when I was watching the movies and then suddenly there was just new characters and I was
Yeah,
like, "What?" But then they like
yeah,
brought back like Luke and Han Solo and Princess Leia, which was cool, but
yeah.
uh,
That was pretty confusing though, because I hadn't seen a Star Wars movie in forever, and then I watched one of the newer ones, like way before I like went through all of them again, and I was like, "What's happening? Who are these fucking people? Was this introduced in the one before this? I just wasn't aware. What's happening?"
yeah,
So
super confusing.
yeah, but like I don't know. They're, it's still pretty interesting though.
Oh
Like I
yeah.
like the new like couple main people. Like Ray and like I want to call him Ben Solo. What the fuck is his name in the
Kylo Ren?
Yeah, Kylo Ren.
Yeah,
Uh
I do like their dynamic.
it's fun, yeah. And like I the pilots, I can never remember their names. Um, but I like those two as well.
Hmm.
Very much like gay energy. Gotta love that for them. Uh
Do you mean like I think one of their names is Poe and Finn? Poe and Finn.
yeah, them. They're for I like them. They're very nice.
Hashtag gay icons.
Hashtag gay icon, honestly. But yeah, I like the new couple main people.
Hmm.
They've got interesting things going on, and Luke is fucking old, and
Yeah.
Leia's, she's past in her life, so you think they would have retired after a while.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Keep making the movies on their deathbed.
that's what they're doing to fucking Paul Walker.
Oh, yeah.
He is still canonically in the movies, even though they don't show him.
Uh,
They're just like, oh yeah, he's at home with the kids. It's so fucking weird, dude.
oh, it's
Yeah.
funny when movies or shows when you know a character is obviously missing due to life reasons, but they're still in the lore,
Yeah. It's so
or they
weird. Like,
replace the actor or actress with someone that looks like them.
yeah. Like I know that they did it just like at the end of seven of Fast and Furious. Like
Oh,
just for like a little bit, they like had his like one of his brothers do it. And just kind of like CGI'd it a little bit just for like that ending, which is like, yeah, whatever, just to end out the movie. But to keep doing it Like not like
Oh,
I don't know if they keep putting his brother in it. I don't think they do. But to keep being like, "Oh yeah, he's still in it. He's still here." And not
oh
just like
no, that's
all they
weird.
could do is just like maybe like not really mention it anymore or like kind of find like a cutoff point and like not talk about him. Because it's kind of weird that he would just like switch places with his wife and be like, okay, I'm gonna be the stay-at-home dad. You can go out and do dangerous shit, and I'll be at home with the kids. Like that's kind of like a weird thing to be like. But also, those movies, fucking crazy. So it doesn't
I
really,
I've never seen a single movie of Fast and Furious.
dude. Can we watch the first one at least?
God.
Actually, I'm gonna catch up because they're on 9. So all I need to watch is 8 and 9. And then we're gonna watch the first one, and we're
Okay.
gonna watch 9 because the jump is fucking ridiculous. Because in the first one, they do like a heist thingy with like a box truck or like a semi or something, and they're trying to like steal like VCRs or something, or like DVD players or like Blu-ray
Oh my
players,
god.
like something in that vein, like CRT TVs, something like that, like old like 90s shit that nobody really uses anymore.
Yeah.
They're doing that, and in 9, they go to space
What?
in a car. They go to space in a car.
That's
So
so...
I would very much like to just watch 1
Oh
and then
yeah.
at some point watch 9 and you can just see how fucked it
Oh yeah, for
is.
sure. That's so weird.
It's so crazy, dude. You can buy the entire 9 movie collection at Walmart for $60. And I'm like, that's entirely too much money for those fucking movies. If it was like maybe 25, I'd consider it.
Yeah, what?
Just to have it in the house. Put it next to open season.
Wait, who's like the main guy in Fast and Furious?
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, I have a funny story about him.
Oh
Um,
no.
so my mom, I love her, but she's like very gullible, and she's an
Oh
active
no.
Facebook user.
No.
And so she was on Facebook one day, and she's like, "Oh my God, Vin Diesel just texted me," and I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "Look, Vin Diesel just literally texted me," and I was like, "Mom, that's not Vin Diesel. That's like a fake account texting you." And she was like, "No, it's not. It's literally him." I was like,
Oh,
"Mom." She's
no,
like the
dude.
type of woman to get scammed on the internet. If like those scams that are like be my princess and I'll fly you out.
Ew. Like I'm a Nigerian
Yeah.
prince and I have so much money, but I just need to like pay for something. Will you please send me it? I'll send you rubies or some
Yeah.
shit. No, dude.
It's
It's
so
like my
funny.
worst nightmare that I'm gonna have to like talk my mom out of a scam. She's so adamant. She's always right. She's gonna be like, no, like I know what I'm doing. I'm older than you. I'm gonna be like, Mom, please. That's so stupid. Why the fuck would that be real?
It's so funny.
I hate that so much. At my old job, when I would check the emails to see if anyone emailed us about like buying something or like scheduling something, every once in a while I'd check the junk mail just to see if it went there. And it's always those emails because they have like a weird like yeah like a they have a
Not
Yahoo account I
Yahoo.
think or something.
Oh.
Um or no, it's Hotmail, which is even
Oh,
worse.
yeah.
Um uh it's always like, I've been in an accident. I need help. I'm starting a business. Would you help me?
Oh my
I have
God.
so much money and I can help, it's like, oh my God, I hate it so much.
Oh, so many people get scammed by it too.
Literally, yeah. Oh, speaking of, because this reminded me, at my old job, my boss, Jehovah's Witness, right?
Uh-huh.
He was a chill dude. It was fine, whatever. The day I move in, cause I moved by the way, done moving, lol. Um,
Well.
I'm lol. I'm at the apartment. I'm unpacking. I have two of my friends come over. They're helping me like unpack, like build my desk and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, I thought I heard a knock on the door and I wasn't sure it was my friend building the desk. And I was like, "Was there a knock?" And one of my friends was like, I don't think so. I think it was
Oh my
them just
God.
like building your desk." And I was like, "I'm gonna check."
Oh my God.
I opened the door and this lady's like, "Hi."
Yes! I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, this lady's like, "Hi," like, and she says she like is holding something, and she's like reading it off, and then she says
Oh,
like Martin like 314 or something, and I was like,
what'd you say? What'd you say?
"No,
What'd you
dude,"
say? What'd you say?
and I was like, I'm sorry, what?" And she was like, "Oh," and she gives me an envelope, and
Yeah.
there's like a letter and like a little pamphlet in it, and she's like, "Are you Christian?"
Oh my god.
And I was like, "Oh no, sorry, like I'm not." She goes, "Oh," and gets like visibly
Oh my
disappointed.
god.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, sorry. Like, do you still want me to keep this?" And she's like, "Yeah, like we're just like having like a thing. It's just like a little, um, like a little thing for all, and you can like come and like it's really not." And I was like, "Okay, okay, cool." And she's like, "Okay, well, have a good day." And I was like, "Yeah, you too." And I close the door and I open it and it's literally just like a little Jehovah's Witness
Oh
like
my god.
pamphlet and it has like the little like verses or whatever on it. And I showed my friend and I was like, look what she just fucking gave me. And we like laughed about it a little bit and I'm like, do you want to give this to your grandma? Because their grandma is very religious.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no. And I'm like, what? And I go and show their sister and I'm like, do you want to see like what I just got? And they're like, ugh. And then my roommate came by later that day and I showed them too and they were like, "Holy shit, did you
They
tell them
come
you
in
weren't
that
Christian?"
they come in that area.
Yeah. And I was like, "Fuck," because we just moved in. I think she was like watching to see
Oh
when we
my
were like done
god.
moving shit. Because it had been like like maybe 2 or 3 hours or something after we had stopped moving all the big stuff and like after I just kind of like been in there for a bit and like no one was coming in and out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So she had probably been like, "Oh, they're settled. I'm gonna
Oh
fucking
my
swoop
god.
in." Because my car hadn't left. She'd probably seen my car or something.
Right.
And like I showed my roommate when they came by later to like start unpacking and they were like, "Holy shit. Did you tell her that you weren't a Christian?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You fucked us. She's gonna come back." And I was like, shit. So next time if she comes back, I'm gonna have to be like, "Oh yeah, you've converted me. Like it's fine. I'm a Christian."
Oh
Lol.
my
I just didn't
god.
understand what you were saying before. And so she like leaves us the fuck alone.
Oh my
So
god.
either she comes back, I have to tell her that I'm a Christian, or she comes back, or she just doesn't come back because
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, it's not gonna work," you know?
Oh, the
And
gods.
I hope she doesn't fucking come back. But that happened literally a day I moved in.
That's
So,
so funny. You were being scouted.
oh my God, have you heard the good word?
um,
Dude, oh,
uh,
okay. Little tidbit side
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
At my great grandma's house, like forever ago, when I was like maybe middle school,
Mm-hmm.
um, so, two Jehovah's Witnesses had come up to her house. 'Cause she lives in like shitty like country area.
Yeah,
So they had like walked up to the house and knocked on the front door, but she never used the front door. So if anyone knocked on it, we knew that we didn't know who they were.
yeah.
She looked at the window, saw them, and turned off. She ran around the house, turned off all the lights. Mind you, she was like 90, running around the house, turning all the
Oh
lights
my
off.
god.
She grabs me and she like pulls me behind the couch and she makes us sit on the floor and she's like, "Shh, we're not home." And
Oh
I
my
was like,
god.
I
People
was like,
fear them.
okay. Yeah, because she was like, I think she was religious, like Christian, maybe, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I never like, I don't know, she never brought it up really, and it wasn't like obvious if she was or not.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So we sat on the floor until they left. And then she turned all the lights back on and she was like, if they come back, we are not
Oh my
home. And
god.
it's like, okay, sick.
Je-
She was like, they're so annoying. And I was like, that's so fucking funny. My 90-year-old great grandma running around the house because Jehovah's Witness are at her door, dude.
yeah, Jehovah Witness, kind of funky, not gonna lie.
Dude, can't stand that.
Um,
Ugh.
so I have a story about a Jehovah Witness.
Uh-huh.
You know this person kind of back in the days when stuff
Oh
was
no.
happening. Yeah.
I know. I remember.
So
No.
so I knew this person via the online internet. Oh my god, my voice just cracked. And we were super close. Um, and all of a sudden he turned into a Jehovah Witness. And I was like, that's fine. It doesn't change my perspective of you. But
Hmm.
then he was like, I'm gonna stop cussing. And then I was like, okay, that's fine. It's fine to make changes like that. And then he was like, you should too. And then I was like, okay, that's a little weird. And then he was like, you should be a Jehovah Witness too. And I was like, I'm 14. You're like 21. One, why am I talking to you? The age difference is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's like a full 7 years.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Okay, well, if I can't convert you, you're gonna go to hell in the rapture, and if I can't convert you, you're just gonna die." And I was like, "What?" And then he was trying to convince me to be a Jehovah Witness because they're being killed in Russia, and I was like, "What?" I'm 14.
What? God. I don't know how you keep finding people that try and convert you to their religion.
Yeah, what? It's like two now, I think. No, probably more because hashtag religion trauma, but still.
Hashtag religion trauma. Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's two that I know of, but if I had known any of the other people, I'd probably be able to count at least a couple more.
Oh yeah, it's mostly family.
Oh yeah, me too. Let's go. Yeah.
Uh,
I I tried to because I when I was packing, I packed a bunch of my mom's old like baby books and stuff and like my old baby books, and like a couple like little photo albums and stuff.
mhm.
Um and there was a Bible that I didn't want because it was technically mine. But I don't use it. I'm not Christian. I don't give a fuck. I didn't want it. I put it back on the bookshelf. Because it was like in the stack of like books and stuff that she had like packed to be like, here's the ones that you want if you're gonna like put them somewhere. And I was like, okay,
Mhm.
sick. There was also a little like baby book, and it was like baby Jesus or
Oh
whatever,
my
and it was
god.
like the little like baby story of baby Jesus. And I was like, I don't fucking want this if I'm the one keeping it. So I put that on top of the Bible, and I leave that, and
I
I kind of
swear.
like hide it a little bit so she doesn't see them, but she sees them, and I don't know how the fuck. She was like snooping. I don't know why the
Oh.
fuck she was like looking for it, but I like put it on top of like things. So like you know how there's like a lip, kind of like on shelves where you
Yeah.
like put it on the shelf, and then like the lip kind of like comes down a little bit from the
Yeah.
top shelf. It was like kind of hidden under that,
Mhm.
and she found them, and I was like, and she was like, "Are you trying to get rid of my baby book?" And I was
Oh my
like,
god.
and she was like, "Is it because it's Christian?" And I'm like, and she's like, "Or did you just not know it was mine?" And I was like, you gave me an out. I didn't know it was yours. I thought it was mine, so I got rid of it." I was like, definitely didn't try and get rid of it because it was religious and I didn't want it in my house. Um, but I'll stick it back in there. It's whatever. So I put it back in there, and I was like, fucking whatever. If she takes them back, fine. If I never have to give these back to her, I'm getting rid of only that book. The rest of them are fine because it's like little like Disney books and shit. But like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking want it. What the fuck am I gonna do with it?
Oh,
Yeah, that was fun though.
religion is so weird. It's mainly
Ah,
like I just have I'm gonna be open about this. I have issues with Christianity. Good lord.
same.
Like
It's a lot.
I remember this one time. Okay. Family story time. My family's super religious, like my outer family. And when I was a kid, I wanted to be close to my family, but I didn't want to participate in uh, the religious part of it. And
Uh-huh.
so they invited me to a camp. I didn't know it was a Christian camp, and so I went. And bear in mind, I was 12. I had blue hair. I had piercings,
Oh my God.
and they
Uh,
yeah they invited me to a Christian camp. I went. It was an over like stay the night camp,
mhm.
and I felt something was weird because everyone was wearing like the women were wearing skirts, the woman had long hair, the men was very formal, and I was like, oh okay, I know where I'm at now. Um,
Yeah.
and so there was a what's it called, um, a ceremony happening, and I sat down and this woman came to me and she started praying at my knee. What?
Oh.
And she was talking about like I hope this girl gets fixed. I hope Jesus saves her. And I'm like, oh my god, what?
Ew. Dude, that's so
I
gross.
felt so awkward. And there
I
were like
hate that.
probably 200 people in that room.
Yeah.
Oh, cringe.
Ugh. Yeah. I remember I went to a Christian camp and I didn't know it was a Christian camp.
Yeah.
Um, because I was like, ooh, it sounds fun because you get to go swimming and horseback riding,
And
kayaking.
didn't the school promote it as well?
Uh,
Or
I
no?
don't know if they did, but the girl I was best friends with at the time, her mom like cleaned there, so she got a discount. So she'd been a couple times.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I want to go too, so we can hang out during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like for a week. You go for a full week.
Wow.
And I went and I kind of got briefed a little bit beforehand
Mm-hmm.
because I told my mom I wanted to go. And she was like, are you sure it's a Christian camp? And I was like,
Uh,
um, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. I guess. I don't know. And she was like, okay. And I gotta go. I think I
mm-hmm.
went like twice. I'm pretty fucking sure, if my memory serves me right, that I was the only black person there the first time I went.
Oh my god.
I do not remember any other person of color. Maybe one or two Asian people. That's fucking it, dude. Like other than my friend's mom, who is Portuguese, that's
Mm-hmm.
it.
Wow.
That's fucking it. And she wasn't even there. She just cleaned afterwards. I don't
Wow.
remember any other person of color literally at all.
Was that camp set in this where the school was, that town? Or was it in a different town?
No, it's my town
Oh,
currently.
okay.
Yeah, so we had to like drive out for it.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's it's without the
Yeah, yeah,
R.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it was fun other than the fact that we had to do like the sermons and shit and like sit and everyone gets out their Bibles and
Oh my god.
like annotates in them and like if you don't have a Bible, they'll give you one. And I didn't have one. And I was, and we, everyone started getting theirs out, and everyone had like their own, and like bringing them. And I had to tell the camp counselor, and I was like, "Hey, I don't have one." And
uh,
she was like, "Oh," and she went and got,
she
and she
dabbed
gave
you
me one.
up.
Literally, she went and she fucking found one, and she gave it to me, and I was like, "Thanks." Uh, and because I'm extremely susceptible to music stuff, every time I've ever been to church, I sing along.
Mm,
Because it's extremely easy to figure out the words,
yeah.
and the beat is very simple, usually, always.
Yeah.
Because it's cult music, so you have to make it easy for people to sing along.
Yeah, for sure.
And every time I've gone, I sing along, and the fucking, oh my God, one of the years that I went, I think it was the first or second year. It might have been the second year. They had these guys come out, and they were like Christian rock people.
Oh my god.
And they were like singing and like they were promoting an album
Oh my god.
and I bought it and they were selling it to the kids and I made my mom buy it for me.
Oh my god.
I don't know how long I had it and I think I listened to it like maybe once after I actually had left. But I
Uh,
was like, this shit slaps. And I was like 12 and I was like, this is so good. Not listening to the words at all. I was like, this is just so simple for my little brain.
yeah.
Um, Looking back, probably wasn't that good. But I was like, it's Christian rock music. It's rock.
Yeah.
That's fine, right?
What could go
Ugh,
wrong?
yeah, it's not. Eh.
When so we used to have this friend in high school um who was very religious,
Mm.
and she lived in like a church. And oh my god, this one time I spent the night and I'm like
I
okay.
immediately thought of what you're about to say.
I'm okay with like seeing other people's insights on religion. Like I'll go to their church and see how it goes. I don't really care. Um,
Yeah.
and so I spent the night, and she was like, "I have church the next day," and I was like, "Oh, that's fine." And so we went, and it was weird. Like it was this giant church. Like they were live broadcasting it on some type of station. There was probably
Ew.
like 300 people there. And
Oh God, it's like a mega church.
yeah, and a couple weird experiences I had is that everyone got sat to the side of the building and they had their little quote unquote wine in their cracker, how
Ugh.
Jesus did.
Yeah.
And everyone was snacking on it and eating it because it was like part of that ceremony. I don't is it called a ceremony when they have a
I don't know
church?
if it's a ceremony, but it's like drinking the blood of Christ and eating him
Yeah.
also,
So
which is so fucking gross also. Why the fuck would you do that?
yeah, I didn't participate in that. And someone looks at me and she was like, "Why aren't you doing it?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm not religious." And she was like, "Why are you here?" And I was like, "Oh, because of this person." And then we somehow got into the debate about how animals don't have souls. And she
Um,
was like, "I truly believe animals don't have souls." And she just went off. And I was like, "What are you talking about?
Hello?
What's
They have
happening?"
fully functioning personalities. How the fuck wouldn't they have souls?
It was just like,
Ew.
it's just so weird. Just like,
Eh.
and they had a live band performed, which two of the people went to our old high school.
No. No. Oh, I know who it is. I know who it is.
Yeah,
I had a crush on the older
yeah.
guy.
So it
No.
was
Oh
weird
my God,
seeing them,
I forgot he was in a band. I forgot that
a
there was a band.
Christian band. Yeah,
No, I forgot he was Christian.
yeah.
Why do I get crushes
Except for
on
the
Christian?
little one, the little brother. He wasn't. He
Oh,
got sent
yeah.
to military camp because he wasn't. So
Yeah. Why do I always get crushes on Christian people? It's been like two Christians, a Catholic. I don't know what's wrong with my fucking brain, dude. Yeah. All right, well. When you brought her up,
uh huh.
I immediately thought of when you said that she was squirting ketchup in her mouth.
Oh yeah, that too. We okay. I don't even know what was happening. Oh yeah, so me and this person, like the girl we were talking about, we were supposed to host prom together. That was like our senior requirement to graduate. And I spent the night there, and I walked in on her just squirting ketchup into her mouth at like 2 a.m. And I was like, "What?"
So fucking funny, dude. It's so
She
gross.
she was weird. Like
She was
something,
fucking on something, dude.
yeah. And then I just have so many stories about her. Like I don't even know.
Yeah. She has like severe issues she needs to get checked.
Yeah,
But so do most of our old friends. So
yeah.
that's
That's the tea.
that's our tea for today. Do you want to dive into Am I the
Oh
Asshole?
yeah,
Because
for sure.
I got a couple.
Yeah.
Let me pull those up. Okay, I have a fun one. Um, just so everybody knows, I didn't screen these. I found these about 5 minutes before we started.
Awesome.
Um, and I also am a little dyslexic, so
Okay.
just give me a break. Um, am I the asshole for punishing my son by taking away his phone after he deleted my daughter's Minecraft world?
What?
I, 41 female, am married to my husband, 42 male, and we have two kids, our son, 11 male, who we will call Zach, and daughter, 9 female, who we will call Lizzie. Not the real names for privacy reasons. Lizzie loves the video game Minecraft and has
Slay.
played it nearly every day since we bought it for her on Xbox for her 8th birthday. She's a super artsy kid and loves to create extravagant buildings, and structures in Minecraft, and she has shown me her amazing creations many times. 2 days ago, she was playing downstairs, and Zach asked if he could play with her. Lizzie didn't let him play, even though we have two Xbox controllers, and Zach was very angry for not letting him play. They
Mm-hmm.
wrote her. I
Oh.
don't know why Lizzie didn't let him play. I was in the kitchen upstairs. Yesterday, when my husband and I were still sleeping, Lizzie started screaming and crying downstairs. She always wakes up early to play, her world with all of her creations is gone. She told us between sobs that she can't get it back, and she thinks that Zach deleted it last night.
Oh.
When Zach woke up, I asked him if he deleted Lizzie's world, and he started laughing and said that she should have let him play with her. I was livid. Lizzie loves that game so much, and her creations were beautiful, and now
Oh
they're gone forever.
no.
Not to mention that she is devastated that sh the world she has spent over a year on is gone forever. I took my son's brand new phone away. We had just bought it for him this month for his birthday. My son is acting like this is the end of the world. He says that he needs his phone because everyone else at school has one, and he needs to fit in. He's starting middle school this week and claims he doesn't want to become a social outcast. I told him he can have his phone back in a month, and not having a phone won't make him an outcast, but he refuses and wants it now. My husband thinks that taking away his phone is going too far, and that Lizzie's game being gone isn't that big of a deal. But by that logic, isn't Zach's phone being gone not that big of a deal either? I don't know what to do. It's been over 24 hours and Zach won't talk to me, and Lizzie is still moody. So, Reddit, can I get some advice? Am I the asshole?
Okay, how old were the kids?
Um, Zach is 11, Lizzie is 9.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot to unpack. Okay, I feel like that's like typical kid behavior of, stupid revenge.
Yeah,
Um,
some like really shitty revenge that like is too far.
yeah, I don't think the mom's the asshole.
Oh,
Um,
definitely not. Punish your children for being a piece of shit.
yeah, I don't think it's healthy for a kid to have the mindset of I need to be like the other kids and have this to make me feel popular,
Yeah.
i.e. his phone. I feel terrible for that girl who lost her Minecraft world.
Yeah, she spent like a year making
That's
it. Over a year
traumatic.
making it. Yeah, she's 9. She's been
Yeah,
doing that shit since she was 8 years old. Probably doing
yeah.
better than I can, and I'm 20.
Oh, yeah, that's so sad. The mom is not the asshole. And I feel like the dad is not really taking it seriously as well.
No, he's like brushing it off because she's a child.
Yeah,
Whereas in like that took her so fucking long.
yeah,
And also, the son is 11. He
yeah.
doesn't need a phone.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Like, he can get the fuck over it. If anything, if somebody asks him why he doesn't have a phone, he can be like, "Oh, I got in trouble and got it taken away.
Yeah,
Oh, I deleted my sister's Minecraft world." And then they'll be like, "Oh, you're an asshole," and not be friends with him because of that, not because he doesn't have a phone.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
ridiculous.
yeah. I hate the fact that kids in school have that mindset of I need to fit in. I need to. It's like stop.
Yeah.
I get it, but stop.
Yeah, you're not going to be a social outcast if you don't have a phone. Also, there are people that go to school who have full tablets and not a phone.
Oh yeah.
I think you're fine.
Oh,
Especially if you're starting, I think he's starting in
like fifth
uh
grade.
he's starting in a week.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
um he'll have like 3 weeks where he doesn't have it, and then he'll have it back.
Mm-hmm.
He can get over it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so stu Yeah, learn to not be a fucking piece of shit to your sibling. If you're like weird revenge like that is like hide the controllers where she can't reach them.
Yeah.
You know? Like, don't delete all of her hard work. It's just like, ooh, I'm gonna put the controllers on the top of the cabinet. You're gonna have to ask our parents to get them, haha.
Yeah.
Or like some dumb shit like that. Something that's like harmless but like still kind of aggravating, like
Mm-hmm.
normal sibling shit. Not like I'm gonna delete all of your hard work that you've spent over a year on
Oh,
because you wouldn't let me play once.
that would make me cry. I would lose
I
it.
would, yeah, I'd start freaking the fuck out and I'd be like, get him out of the house. I don't want him. Nope, he's not my brother anymore. I hate him.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, moral of the story, not the asshole.
Yeah, it's so fucking annoying.
Oh.
Uh, okay. Um, I have another one.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty short.
Yeah.
Um, am I the asshole for laughing at my brother while he's going through a bad divorce?
Oh my. Okay.
My brother is going through a divorce right now. He's been living with my mom and dad and me and my What? He's been living with my mom and dad, and me and my parents helped him come up with money to get a lawyer. I know it's been a rough time for him. When he met with the lawyer for the first time, he found out that you can't get alimony in a divorce if there is infidelity, as in the law forbids it and there's no exception. It doesn't matter if you stayed home with your kid for over 20 years like my brother or never worked. My sister-in-law is an architect and she makes bank. My brother thought that he could get alimony, but he was dumb enough to cheat on her. He also found out that he is not able to claim any part of the house because she owned it outright before they got married. Both of these he wasn't expecting, and he was obviously upset when he got back from his first visit with the lawyer. When he told me the law will deny him alimony, I laughed, and my parents chewed me out over it.
Wait, what
It was
is
probably
alimony?
it's essentially just like money you get through the divorce, I
Oh,
think, as in
okay.
like hold on, alimony definition. Financial support that a person is ordered by a court to give to their spouse during separation or following divorce.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
So he could get a lot of money out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was probably the wrong reaction, but when he was so confident he would be able to get a big payment and in half or all of the house, he fuck, I keep okay. It's probably the wrong reaction, but he was so confident he would be able to get a big payment and half or all of the house. He will get some money from their savings, but nowhere near what he thought, and most of it will get eaten up by be legal fees. He has been knocked down several pegs and completely screwed himself over. Am I the asshole because I laughed? Was it like kicking him when he was down? He's he has no work history or money of his own to fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's been rough for him and he's struggling with what to tell my niece as well. It was almost an involuntary reaction because I just couldn't.
Okay. Number one, cheating, never forgivable.
Uh-uh.
I feel like I feel like you should get laughed at if you cheated. That's a laughing matter.
Yeah, I would have laughed too. The only
Yeah.
time I ever condone cheating, and it's not a good thing to do it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like if you are if you know that your partner's also cheating on you, first of
Mm-hmm.
all, and they're incredibly shitty and abusive, and you're
Yeah.
just like, fuck it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
for
yeah, that's
sure.
forgivable.
Yeah.
Only only in that instance is it ever like something that you can be like, I can see why you would do it.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree for sure.
Otherwise, hello? She was paying all of your bills. You were a stay-at-home dad for like 20 years.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh? And you decided cheating on her was a good idea? That's my fucking dream, dude. Sitting and doing nothing in the house except for taking care of a child and like cleaning and shit,
Yeah.
maybe going grocery shopping and I don't have to work, and
That's
you
great.
throw that
That's
away?
nice.
What the fuck, dude? What's wrong with you? That's crazy.
Oh, he thought he was gonna get the big bucks.
Yeah, and then you're dumb enough to fuck it up like that.
Oh, that's so bad. Yeah. Not the asshole.
Yeah, definitely not the asshole. That's so stupid.
Oh,
Um, and then I have one last one.
yeah.
Um, choking my spit. Am I the asshole for making my son pay over $300 and miss his basketball practice to get his sister's hair done?
Okay.
41 male, my two kids, 16 male Logan and 13 female Lucia. Lucia? Lu Lucia. I don't know. Get along well most of the time, but they will occasionally fight. It's just arguing over normal sibling things. However, Logan has a habit of trying to get back at people with pranks, which I have to ground him over fairly often. Lucia's natural hair is very thick and curly. Lucia would cry every day because of how painful it was to brush out the knots from her hair. We started to get Lucia's hair straightened with an annual keratin treatment, and she is much happier with her hair. We had Lucia's annual hair appointment recently. Logan asked when we came home if Lucia wanted to go swimming with him. I reminded my son that Lucia had her hair appointment and couldn't get her hair wet for 4 more days. The next day, I woke up to Logan laughing hysterically and Lucia yelling at him. Logan had dumped a bottle of water on Lucia's head while she was sleeping to get back at Lucia
What?
for eating the last caramel drumstick.
Oh my god.
The chemicals had washed out and Lucia's keratin treatment was ruined. I was incredibly pissed with Logan because he knew Lucia couldn't get her hair wet and still did it anyway. I've talked to him numerous times about his getting back pranks over stupid things. I've only grounded him from technology in the past, but it doesn't make a difference to Logan because he keeps doing these pranks anyway. I made Logan give up $310, which was the cost of Lucia's keratin
Oh my
treatment.
god.
I was able to book an appointment for 2 days later because the hairdresser had another client cancel. I told Logan he was going to come and wait with me for Lucia's hair to get done. Logan made an excuse that he had basketball practice at the same time, so I responded, "Well, then you're telling your coach how you can't make it this time." Logan was extremely bored during the 2.5 hour hair appointment. He had asked over and over for his phone, but I told him no and reminded Logan that I told him to bring a book. It has been 2 weeks since then, and Logan has not done any more pranks. He even genuinely apologized to Lucia without me having to make him. That was 2 weeks ago, and it seemed like everyone moved past it. But then, the other day, the kid's aunt, 37 female, Margaret, it's spelled weird, Margaret, sent me a screenshot of some text between her and Logan asking what it was about. Margaret had asked when Logan was going to buy a video game console and how he must be pretty close. Logan responded with not anymore. Margaret asked where the money went, and Logan responded with Lucia's hair. I explained what happened, but Margaret told me I was being a negligent, negligent father because Logan is a child, and if he damages something, I'm responsible to pay the cost to repair or replace
Mm,
it. And forcing Logan to miss his basketball game was unnecessary. But Logan is 16, not 6. He needs to have consequences so he's ready for the real world. Besides, the punishment worked and now he's stopped with his pranks. But did I go too far?
I do not think you went too far because Logan took that out. He did that himself. He ruined Lucia's hair himself. He should pay for it. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's bullshit,
Oh
dude.
my
I'd be
god.
so fucking mad. As someone with very curly hair who's had to straighten it, I have threatened people, if you get my hair wet, you're paying for it and you're fixing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it takes fucking forever. 2.5 hours is so long.
Yeah.
So fucking long. And that's just for getting like the good treatment for it. Doing it by hand at home with just a hair straightener and like the
Yeah.
goop that shit that you put in your hair takes like 4 or 5 hours for me.
Mm-hmm.
That shit takes fucking forever. And if someone is gonna fuck that up the same day by putting water on it, fuck you, you're paying for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you're paying for it.
And
That's time, energy, and product that I'm using to fix it.
yeah, and if you're in the mindset of doing pranks at 16,
Yeah,
oh,
ew.
red
But
flag.
like, yeah, hard red flag. You're 16 years old and you're doing get back at somebody pranks. You need fucking help.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got this mentality that that's a good idea and that that's gonna like, I don't know, do anything good in that situation. But you're fucked if you like keep what is wrong? And like the dad fixed it essentially because it's been weeks since he's done it.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he had to like almost regularly ground him,
Yeah.
like because he was doing it so much.
It's like
And he,
disciplining a dog.
yeah, it's literally rubbing a dog's nose in their shit that they did in the house. But they don't learn, and then it finally works. And
Yeah.
now the aunt's like, "You're being a negligent dad." And he's like,
Uh,
"I fixed it. He's 16. If you don't think it's right, you parent him then."
yeah.
Hello?
I personally, I have siblings and we all get along really good. When I
Mhm.
hear stories of siblings not getting along, it's just mind bending for me.
Yeah. So fucking weird. Like I knew a girl who used to have prank wars in her family, and she's like borderline traumatized from them because
Oh,
they would do like
yeah,
fucked up shit to each other. Like at first it was just like saran wrap over the toilet, hee hee hee,
yeah.
or like, like stuff like tape on, whatever. And then I went to shaving eyebrows,
Oh,
putting fake spiders in somebody's bed. Then she
mm.
put her real snake in her mom's bed. Like shit like that, and it was ramping up like hardcore.
Oh no.
And it's like that shit's not okay, dude.
Wait, is that
Like it
someone we know? Or is that.
No.
Okay,
I know her, you don't.
okay.
I
Dang.
had met her at one of my jobs, but yeah, it's like that shit's not okay. And especially if it's only one-sided and you just
Yeah.
keep doing it to people, that's so fucked up. Like your kid has
Literally.
been the asshole for years, apparently.
Yeah, that's like literally every YouTube prank nowadays.
Ugh, yeah. YouTube pranks fucking suck.
Yeah,
Um, Especially if it's like shit that's bad enough that you have to ground them over it.
yeah.
Because there could be like, kind of harmless things or like be like, all right, chill out with that one a little bit, and they do, and they start doing like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's bad enough that you need to like ground your child consistently,
Yeah.
there's got to be some changes here. Like they're
Yeah.
not getting it after like the sixth time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so scared of this generation.
Dude, our generation ate Tide Pods. What are you talking
No,
about?
I mean like the new one.
I know. I mean, we ate Tide
Oh yeah,
Pods.
true.
We're all fucked too. They're just
True.
like slowly getting worse. We're the Minecraft generation. They're the Roblox generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Oh, it's so bad. Whoops. Man, influencers on the internet are also going to ruin
Yeah,
the
there's a lot
future
of bad ones.
generations.
There's a lot of scary ones that are really big that I just like. I don't, I don't know how they got that big, but when no one's like teaching their children what's okay and what's not, and
Yeah.
like monitoring what they watch, it's like, oh, never mind. That's why they're big.
Yeah.
How could they not be?
One big mega superstar.
Oh my God, I hate him so fucking much, dude.
Isn't he banned from like Twitter now? And like,
He got banned um on Instagram
God,
for doing some extremely like misogynistic shit.
makes sense.
Um, which took too long.
Yeah.
Um, but it's really funny because as soon as it happened, he started like hardcore backtracking and like kind of apologizing, but like not really.
Oh.
Um, it's really funny because he was doing that. And people were like, "Oh, how could you ban him? Blah blah blah. How could you ban him like that?" And it's like, dude, like, if he's such a top G, why would he care about being banned on Instagram? Like,
Yeah.
I thought social media was a fucking like was this and that, like so bad, and like, why would you care if you're such a top G, dog?
Top
You know,
G.
top G, go sit shirtless and bald with your fucking cigar and talk about how you're such a top G.
Walking is for poor people.
Sparkling water is the only water I drink.
Did you see there was a clip, I don't know if I sent it to you on TikTok, but there was a clip and he was roasting H3's wife.
Dude, yeah, what the fuck is that?
Turbo based. She's so
Oh my
turbo.
God. Yeah. And
What?
they're like, oh, we'd never let a woman like that and a female like that into our compound. And she's like, compound? Like where
Oh,
you keep your fucking victims? Yes,
yeah.
literally, he's a sex trafficker.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
has women in there that are his victims.
yeah.
Also crazy, because there's like clips from TikToks of women in like cars with men, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, you know, they're like, what'd you say? Like, who do you watch? And they're like, uh-huh. And then they start talking about him. And there was one that somebody had sent me today. I don't know if you sent it to me or if it was one of our other friends. But it was a girl, and she's like about to go on like a week-long trip with this guy. Um,
Oh,
and he started talking about him, and he was like, "Yeah, he's like this self-made
no,
millionaire
no.
who's Romanian." And I was like, "Okay, first of all, he's not Romanian. He's from Indiana.
What?
He's from Indiana in the
Oh,
United States. He moved to the UK at some point when he was younger. His
yeah.
accent is fucked because of that, because it's like a weird Southern UK mix.
Water,
Which is why
bottled water,
bottled water,
bottled
which is why he
water.
fucking sounds like that.
Yeah,
He's not from Romania. He moved there to escape the American police because
yeah,
he's been sex trafficking.
yeah. I saw,
And he paid
yeah,
off the Romanian police to stay there.
yeah. God.
His house got fucking raided because he has women and weapons in his house.
And oh God, it's so scary how people actually listen to him and they're like, this is the man. He knows what he's talking about. It's like, no.
Yeah. No, he fucking doesn't.
He's just
And
talking
also,
shit out of his ass. Like what?
literally, and it's crazy because his sister is like a prominent, like very leftist person
Oh
who's
wow.
like very like not like a rad femme, not rad femme, like a turf type feminist. She's like
Yeah.
a genuine like feminist person, very left, like has like good morals as a good person, like listens to people and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just don't get along with her because she's such a fucking like feminist and like eh. And then he's like, but me and my brother are so tight. He shares a bank account with his brother. They are literally married.
Oh my God.
He's like, I don't go anywhere without my brother. We share a bank account. We share a business. All of this shit. And he's like, but gay people, bad. You're acting gay with your brother, bro. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if you're fucking him. You look the same because you're both also bald.
Turbo based. Oh.
Hello? It's nasty, dude.
Oh.
It's so, oh my God. It's all in his fucking like his thing where he's like, women can't drive or fly planes is so crazy to me.
Because of because of his own personal experience. Just because of
Yeah, cause
that
like
they can't. All
yeah,
women.
cause like a couple women got into car accidents that he knows, and he's like, oh, all women.
Yeah. Duh.
Huh?
Oh
Hello? Huh?
my God. Oh my God.
I
That interview, like, I can't remember the YouTuber's name, but that interview that we're talking about,
Hassan,
yeah. And like the two guys that are also in that interview, and they're like, this is boring. Let's
dude,
move on, move on.
they're they are teenagers. They're
Yeah.
younger than we are. They're
Oh,
teenage Fortnite players.
no.
One of them, I think he was like 16 or 17. He
God.
wasn't even 18 yet, and he was like the bigger Fortnite YouTuber. And his they had like brought Hassan in because he had been like, shitting on Andrew Tate online, obviously.
Hmm.
And like shitting on him on like his streams and stuff. And Andrew Tate was like, bring him in, whatever. And but before he had gotten in there, one of the guys, he was like sitting in his room, and like one of the girls that he's friends with, also underage, she'd come in there making like weird, like saying weird shit to her, like about her, and like being like, kiss, you should kiss, you guys need to
What?
kiss. And like peer pressuring him, and then they finally kiss. And
What?
he was like, and see, didn't that suck? You need a real man who's
Oh
older.
my God.
And then after she left, kid felt bad because she had a fucking boyfriend, but he felt uncomfortable to not kiss her because he kept telling him to. And then she felt pressured to do it.
No.
And there's been so many fucking instances. It has been, I want, also, he's older. He's like over 25, I believe,
Hmm.
closer to 30 or something like that. He has on multiple occasions says that he wants an innocent woman who
Yeah.
hasn't been with like more than two men in her
Yeah.
life. First
Um.
of all, how are you going to find a grown woman who is mature, at least 28, who has never been with more than two men and had sex like once? Maybe.
Oh my
Because
God.
he's essentially looking for a 16-year-old virgin, is what he's looking for.
Yeah. I hate those men that are like, I need a woman who is thin, big boobs, big butt, shaved, fully shaven. It's like
They're
that.
looking for a Barbie doll.
They're looking for a
I
Barbie
need
doll and
someone whose
also a 12
organs,
year old.
yeah, I need someone whose organs don't look like they fit in their body. I need someone who's willing to destroy themselves with, and I don't mean this in like a you can't get plastic surgery. I mean this in like a I don't love you unless you get it.
Yeah.
I need them to make themselves like look different for me. I need them completely hairless, and I need them small and innocent
And they
looking.
can't have hobbies.
They can't have hobbies, they
Yeah.
can't have
They can't have
personalities. They
friends.
need to do everything that I tell them to.
Yeah.
So they're essentially looking for 12-year-old hairless slaves,
Yeah, basically.
which
Um,
is so gross to me when a man's like, I don't like a woman with hair. And I'm like, do you not like women then? Because people grow hair.
yes, that is a
Human
natural
beings
thing.
grow hair. Just That's just how it works. People like people lost it when like a video game got better graphics and you saw peach fuzz on a woman's
Oh
face.
my god.
It was for the new Horizon game, and you
Yeah.
could see the peach fuzz on Aloy's face, like the main redheaded girl,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone was like, "Ew, why does she have a beard?" And I was like,
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not know that women can grow hair too? Like,
"Yeah, she just has blonde hair, so you don't see it,
uh,
because her hair on her head is red, but her facial hair is blonde, because that's just kind of how it works sometimes."
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, no shit, you wouldn't have seen it before. The graphics got great. You saw her face close up. Crazy that she has peach fuzz like everybody else. You
My
know?
god.
It's so stupid, dude.
There
It's
was
like, God.
there was this TikTok screenshot that I took that I wanted to share, and it's like, it says, advice for y'all females is to focus on your looks over your education, grades, and work. I promise you, us men don't care if you go to Harvard. We'd much rather take a cute face and a nice waist.
Ew. I'm not doing that shit for you, bro. I'm educating myself to become a better human in general, to take care of myself and somebody who will love me for having a big and smart brain. Fuck you. It's like, oh, it's so nasty, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand, because it's like that same shit with like bisexuality is people will say it's fake because of the male gaze. Like a woman can't be bisexual because she's just straight
Ugh,
and she's saying that she's bi and it's the male gaze.
right.
A bi man can't exist because he's only gay because it appeals to the straight hetero male gaze.
Yeah.
You can't be that because you aren't found attractive or you aren't considered a real person if a
Yeah.
straight man doesn't tell you you are.
Uh, uh,
It's like we aren't doing this shit for you. And it's crazy too, because I heard this a while ago, but it was like men now think that they're oppressed because they don't just get handed wives anymore. They have to
uh,
work for it. And because their personalities suck, they don't get it.
monkey bank stick, monkey rub stick
Yeah.
fire.
They
Oh,
can't just make a fire and a woman will throw herself at him and be like, "You can make fire? Let's have baby."
yeah.
Now he has to like be funny and interesting. And they're like, "Oh, we didn't evolve to have personalities, so it didn't work."
Oh my god, I
And now
just
no, and now women don't want us.
you know this have you seen those TikToks or those videos of like men on the street and they have like their phone as a microphone and they're interviewing women and they're just being douches. They're just like, "Hey." And the woman's like, "Hello." And they're like, Snapchat." And it's just like, "What?
Oh my God.
What's your
And
body
like,
count?" It's like, "Shut up."
ew, dude. Dude, oh my God, literally, because there's a thing going on. And it's, you know who, Addison Rae is?
Yeah.
You know who Young Gravy is?
Yeah. Aren't they dating? Or is that
No. Oh my
old
God,
news?
no.
Oh.
No, they never dated.
Oh. Oh.
Um, she's also for sure younger than him. I
Oh.
think I don't know I don't know how far apart they are in age. But she's an adult. I know that.
Hmm.
Um, there's a thing happening because Young Gravy's brand is like he likes MILFs. He fucks MILFs. That's a
Right.
thing that he does, right? He makes a TikTok, um, and it's like something along the lines of like, something about like making biscuits or whatever,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and like putting the butter on biscuits,
Yeah.
woman's ass, whatever. And Addison Rae's mom, who's a nightmare person, by the way,
Oh
who
no.
just relentlessly just like embarrasses her online and is like, well, she's my kid, so I can do whatever I want.
Oh,
Terrible
cringe. Okay.
mom. She makes a TikTok back, like stitches
No,
it,
no,
and she
no.
buys a bunch of like those pop open biscuit things, and she bakes them, butters them, and holds them out, and is like staring at the camera.
Okay, weird.
He makes one back, just like teasing the internet, whatever. She's a MILF, that's his brand. She's a very big person on the internet. Why wouldn't he do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just him, just like, because like she had a divorce a long time ago. So it's a single mom in her bio. It's
Mm-hmm.
just him with the green screen, just like looking at it and like looking at the camera, and then it's whatever. It's like a couple little back and forths. It's fine.
Yeah.
Then I keep wanting to say Charlie D'Amelio.
Same thing.
Addison Rae's dad, he had left forever ago, didn't give a shit about either of them. Comes back into the picture when she starts making bank, remarries the mom,
No.
and cheats on her
No.
over the course of like 5 months
No.
with other like very young, like 18 to 20-year-old TikTokers.
No.
And they're like exposing like the DMs that he's been sending them on Twitter.
Oh my god.
And
No.
like there's like weird, and they got a divorce again, which is so funny to me. Holy shit, why would you get back together? And it's like there's like TikToks of like people FaceTiming him, like real phone number FaceTiming him. There's pictures of people like younger girls, like 18 to 20, maybe younger, I don't know, like laying in
What?
his bed with
What?
him.
Oh, no.
And
No, no.
he starts making TikToks trying to call out Young Gravy
Oh my
to
god, that's
fight him.
so cringe.
And he's like, there's like TikToks of him like calling him out, trying to like fight him and shit. And like him being like, you're not a rapper, dude. You're a singer. Go sing about something. Go find somebody your own age. You don't fuck with MILFs. You're just a singer. You're not a
What?
real rapper. Like doing all like being weird about it. And it's like, okay, first of all, he makes so much more money than you.
Yeah.
And he's not trying to fight somebody like double his age. Or no, double younger than him, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like being fucking weird and like not being good to his family, first of all. Second of all, the dad makes a TikTok like doing like a weird like Super Saiyan thing. Like he's shirtless,
Oh.
he looks sweaty. He's like doing like he's like flexing really hard and
No.
like fake screaming into the camera to like the audio. And Young Gravy makes a stitch to it and he's like, dude, I'm not gonna fight you. You're embarrassing your daughter and your wife
Oh
and your
my
children.
god.
They have younger children also,
Mm-hmm.
like two younger boys or something like that. And it's like, he's like, you're embarrassing your family. Your daughter is one of the most successful people on the internet right now, and you are tainting that, and you
Oh.
need to stop.
Oh my
You are a
god.
dad and a father, and I'm not going to fight you. Uh, and if you see me in public, please don't be stupid.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I was like, holy shit.
Oh
Like,
my
it's,
god.
yeah, I don't know what we were talking about before that. I got into
Just
my little rant.
monkey male brain.
Oh, yeah. Um, that was kind of like his weird, like, like a woman he's not with anymore that he cheated on. That was kind of like his weird, like, monkey, like, brain thing of being like, you can't have MILFs, blah," like, being weird about it. And it's like, you cheated on your wife for 5 months until she finally divorced you for the second time.
Oh my god.
And you didn't care until you could get clout from your daughter.
That's okay. I find it so weird when old people or just parents try to get clout. Oh, it's
Yeah,
weird. It's weird.
it's gross. And he's also half Young Gravy's height.
Yeah,
Because Young Gravy's like 6'4" or like 6'5"
right. Oh my god. That's
or
funny.
taller, I don't know. And he's like maybe 5'7". And he's like in an interview, he was literally like, I can't fight him. He's so much smaller than me. Like if anything, I will have to ask my friend who's closer to his height to do it.
Oh my god.
And he's an MMA fighter, so he'll kill him. So I can't have him do that. Because this
Uh,
man is out of shape. He's like, I don't know, he like has muscles or whatever, but he's like in his like 40s or something. And it's like, that's so like, get a job. Do anything else.
yeah.
Holy shit. It's
Oh,
so gross. And like in one of his TikToks, he was like, I my I don't want my kids to like go like my two young boys to go to school and like get bullied because their mom was being hit on by this gravy guy. I want my two young boys to go to school and get praised because their dad beat up young gravy.
uh,
And I was like, your kids are either gonna get friends because they'll be like, you know young gravy? Or because your sister's Addison Rae. Hello?
yeah.
It's either Young Gravy fucks their mom and he gets to meet Young Gravy and brag about it, or Young Gravy beats the shit out of his dad and he gets to brag about it.
No.
So, because if anything happens, Young Gravy's gonna fucking win, dude.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Fight
so
racists
gross.
for fun. He's not gonna lose to a 40-year-old man who fucks teenagers.
Oh.
Hello? Young Gravy almost, um, he almost he went on a date essentially with Martha. Martha Martha what is her name?
Stewart?
Yes.
Ew,
Martha Stewart.
what?
Yeah.
Get it. Get it, I guess.
Get it, I guess. Yeah, because he had made a song called Martha Stewart because apparently when he has bed hair, it looks like Martha Stewart's hair because
Uh-huh.
he's blonde. So he made a song called Martha Stewart and he was like, saying that, she's older, but she's still hot. She could get it. She could cook him up something,
Oh my
something like
god.
that. She saw it, heard it, thought it was funny. They did commercials together.
Oh my god.
He has her number. She
Oh,
invites him over for dinner. And it's also his other friend who's there, so it's not just them having dinner together.
right.
But he's like, she's a flirtatious old lady. Like, like I left the door open, like she wants to do anything. And I'm
Oh
like,
my
damn, get it, I
god.
guess. If you could fuck Martha Stewart, do it. Hello? And the interviewer was joking, like, you could marrying into that would be nice. And he's like, don't jinx me.
Oh
He
my
knocked on
god.
wood, and I was like, hell yeah, dude.
That's
If you
so
marry
funny.
Martha Stewart, that would be so funny.
Iconic duo.
Yeah, Young Gravy and Martha Stewart.
Oh no.
That'd be so fucking funny, dude. But yeah, that was my little monkey brain. Just fucking Addison Rae's dad being, gotta fight because women actually want this man, and I have to, have sex with
Prove my
18-year-old.
dominance.
Yeah, I have to prove my dominance by flexing and screaming in front of a camera.
That's such a boomer thing to do.
It's so
And then you have like
gross.
a it's like those adults that make TikToks with like those gross filters and it's just boomer.
Yeah, there's some weird shit. There was a YouTuber that I was watching, and they were going over like boomer TikToks that they had found.
Hmm.
And it there was one, and it was this like middle-aged lady, probably closer to like 40s or something. Um, and she had put on like red lipstick. And then, like the thing where it's like you put something like on it, or you like pull something like out of your mouth to like get the like
Yeah.
ring or whatever, so it doesn't get on your teeth.
Yeah.
She, she put a butt plug in her mouth and then pulled it out
No.
and went like, and I was like, that's so fucking gross. Please tell me you cleaned it. She put a fucking butt plug in her mouth for like the red ring to like fix it, and I
Ew.
was like, that's fucking horrific. And they had watched it and were like, "Oh, that's weird," and then went to the next one and they were like, "Wait a minute,
Uh,
was it a fucking butt plug that she just put in her mouth?" And I was like, "Holy shit, I didn't notice. That's fucking horrific. Oh my
uh,
God, that's so." It was so. Oh, it was a lot.
old people need to just get banned.
Yeah, there's some old people that is like, don't let them have a phone. And my And my grandma got a new phone, and I didn't realize it automatically downloads TikTok now
Oh
because
my
it's like a big
God.
app. Like how it automatically would download like YouTube or like Pandora and like
Yeah.
shit like that. It automatically downloads TikTok now. So it's
Oh,
getting more accessible for old people.
no.
And I'm scared that she's gonna use it because, my cousin has a kid that she babysits constantly, and
Mm-hmm.
he likes to like play with the phone. So once he gets old enough, because he's getting close to 2, he
Mm-hmm.
gets old enough and he clicks on it
Addiction.
and he's like, make me this. And she does. He leaves, she clicks on it to be like, oh, what's this? And starts scrolling. I'm fucked because my grandma has a
Oh
TikTok.
my God.
It was bad enough when all of my older family members found Instagram and tried to friend me on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, 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 nah. I complain about you on here. I don't need you. This is why my account is private, so I can
Yeah.
see if this happens. Get the
Oh,
fuck out of here.
that's so funny.
Yeah, it's bad. Well, that was the Mushrooms Discuss podcast. It's been like 2 fucking hours. So it's probably a good cutting off point. Um, it got a lot of topics in there, a lot
Yeah.
of TikTok, religious
A
trauma,
lot of rants.
a lot of rants in there, some weird, shitty, misogynist sex traffickers.
Wait, I have to
Um,
add one tiny thing. Um,
uh-huh.
someone listened to our podcast on this Discord server I'm in, and then someone else was like, "Oh, what did they talk about?" And then someone's like, "I don't know, pedophilia."
Oh my fucking God, we did it again too. Oh my God, anime pedophilia this time though.
Yeah, lots of many segments, lots of topics. It was really nice. I'm glad we filmed this, and happy recordings to our second podcast episode, and to many more.
Let's go.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.